Today we're gonna do this TryHackMe room Weasel. First of all, we need to connect to the OpenVPN to their server. Let's open up files. Let's first open our Tmux terminal. Sudo and we open a new tab. The reason I am opening the terminal from this folder, because if we download something through this terminal, the downloaded file will store in this folder, so it will be easy to access for our purpose. Okay, we have to wait for a few minutes. Okay, our machine has fully started. Let's see if the machine is deployed or not. Let's try to ping this web server. Okay, now it's running. We got a ping back. Okay, clear. Now we have to nmap through this IP address. Sudo nmap. Usually I use this command. It's very efficient for me. You can also use this. So we got our nmap result. Let's open, maximize this. What we get here, though the website says there is a 6 well known open ports. Let's see. We got a SSH service open on port 22, and we got this HTTP on 5985 port. Also we got a SMB security mode. This means something is running on this SMB is running on this website IP address. Okay, let's check the SMB first. Let me open another window. SMB client NL and the port 10.10.115.153. So we got a SMB client here. Here we can see the data is team that has no comment on. So let's try to use this user SMB client. Use this. And this N signifies the no password. Okay, we are in. Let's try to use what is in there. Okay, we got something. Where we have to download all this file to our folder so we can read the files. Here prompt of means if we try to download the file, there will be no prompt showing us if we should download the file to or no, like use my tag Y or something like that. So we're gonna off this prompt. Recurse on means we are ready to download all the files. Now we are gonna use this mget star. There star means everything basically in this directory. So we're gonna get all the files. Okay, it's starting to get downloading the files. Okay, let's check here if we got anything on this web IP address running. Okay, let's try to they said that HTTP is anyone 5985. Let's try if see there is anything. Okay, nothing is running. Okay, let's try to rust scan. Is this rust scan? Okay, there's also a port called 888. Usually it uses, let's see what it's. Oh, we got something. Okay, our downloads is done. Let's check the website. Okay, it's a Jupyter login page and it needs password or token to login. Okay, let's see what have we found from our downloaded files. Weasel.txt. Okay, we found a Jupyter token. Let's copy this and paste it our in password token. So we are inside the Jupyter. What's running there? Terminals. There are no terminals running. Cluster. From this new we can spawn a terminal here. ls there is nothing returning. Enter again. So we got something, but let's start to spawn a shell. Okay, we got a shell here. Okay, now who am I? Okay, I am dev data is key. ls ls minus la. So there is a dev data is low privilege id. Let's try to get this. What is this? It's look interesting. So we get looks like this is a RSA key. Let's try to copy this. Copy and another open a new file. Echo to key. So there is a key and we have to change the properties of this key. Chmod 4000 key. You can set this to 600 also or 400. It's because the SSH client key only requires read or write permission to the owner file. Okay, it's only read only now. What we got here? Let's try to see if there's we can escalate anything. Okay, looks like we can run this bean maybe. Okay, without no password we can run something from this location. Let's try to see if the location. Okay, no such file or directory. Let's try to see if there is any user. Okay, we can run bean bash because we are dev data key now. Okay, let's try to run bean bash from this location. Okay, let's copy. Okay, we're root now. See, we're root. And what's back to home? City. Never mind. Let's come back. City root. Where there is nothing else. Okay, let's go to the mount. City. Mount. City. C. So there is nothing though. Probably we have to mount the server. As you see, there is a Microsoft Windows running on this port. Probably we have to mount the server. To mount the server, we have to use this command prompt, command line. Let's try to copy. Um, Mount C to our mount /C. Let's try to run the command line again. Okay, cd mount. Okay, we now found something. So it says user. Okay, let's go to users. We got administrator and dev data skill low privilege. So let's go to administrator. Desktop. Usually in Windows system the flag is hidden on the desktop folder. Okay, we got our root.txt. Let's try to get. Okay, got our root flag. Okay, completed. We have to found the user. Found another user here. It's dev data ski. Cd desktop. Okay, we got the cat user txt file. So this is one way of privilege through this server. To log into the SSH server. Okay, we're inside the SSH. Now as you can see, we're already in the Windows system. C users. Directory cd desktop. Okay, we got out the user txt file. Let's try to get. I can't use get, we use more. Okay, we got. Now we have to find the root flag. To find the root flag, we have to be administrator of the system. Now, basically, we have to privilege, escalate the privilege. Now we can find privilege escalation by enumerating with the piece. Let's try to download this WinPiece NEXE. Copy it to our CTF. Rename to WinP. Okay. Now we have to set up a local server Python HTTP server on our port 8000. Can we do now is IP address shutdown 0. WinP.exe to .exe. Okay, download is done, I guess. Yeah, here is the WinP.exe. Let's try to run. How do we run this? Okay, so basically this WinP is gonna check through the system to find any kind of privilege escalation. Okay, our WinPiece result is done. Let's try to read the result what we have found. Okay, we found some credentials here: default domain name, default username. Let's try to store in chat. Okay, let's see what. Checking always elevated. Okay, there is something we have found here. Always install elevated set to 1 in HKLM. It's mentioned in registry, it is set to 1 true. Basically this is this always install elevated is a Windows feature that allows standard user account with no administrative privileges software packaged in the Microsoft Windows installer format with admin privilege. So basically we can execute MSI format file without the admin permission, so we can leverage this to escalate the privilege. Okay, first of all, let's try to open our MSF console. 3 again, another MSF console, so Metasploit console. Okay, first of all we need to craft the MSF Venom payload. Shell reverse TCP, and our listening host is this is our listening host 10.18.69.66, and our listening port will be, let's say, 444. The file name is okay. We forgot put a equal to here. Oh shit, silly mistake, sorry. Let's change it to 4321. Okay, I guess it's done. Now let's open the MSF console. Okay, we set the payload to shell reverse TCP. Basically, we're gonna spawn a reverse TCP shell. We show options. Okay, we have to input the L host and L port. Set L host. So this is our L host where and the listening port is that we have set in the payload 4321. Let's see if there anything we need to input. I guess we're done here. Let's just exploit. Okay, now we have to where was the file again? We have to execute this file in our victim machine, so we have to copy this to our victim machine. have downloaded the file. Now we have to make it executable, or we have to execute this. To execute MSI file, we have to use MSI exec. Let's see our metasploit. Still nothing popped up. Okay, probably we have to use sudo, but in Windows we have to use run as, because it's like sudo. Okay, password. I guess this is the password we have to use. Okay, we got the shell, reverse shell. Let's see, who am I? Okay, we're in the root. It means we're root in the system. Basically, we're admin in the system. What the hell? Cd users. Traitor. So this is our root flag. So that's how we do this privilege escalation with this method. I hope it helps you. Thank you, everyone.